All right, okay, get in line. For every Hublot hater in the world, there's a reason why they deserve their spot at the top of the watch industry. Even if they choose to pick up on hype embracing big bangs, adorning the wrists of the world's best athletes and industry leaders. Hublot's masterpiece collection is undeniably full of technological achievements. Let's get into it. In differentiating itself from the rest of Hublot's catalogue, the case of the Hublot MP-13 almost strays into the abstract. Its general architecture is still based on their first release from 1980, with those case ears and sloping lugs, but the silhouette has been beefed up and morphed into surreal space. Hublot translates to porthole, and they get that name from the circular and screwed bezel design. Here the porthole drips down and almost becomes, well, a spout, necessitating a strange shaped sapphire crystal to fill the void. Well, that spout makes room for the star of the watch, the bi-axis tourbillon, beating away at 3 oscillations per second. The tourbillon cage rotates the balance assembly in 2 directions simultaneously to remove the effect of gravity upon the balance spring. Now, whether or not this technology actually makes much tangible difference to timekeeping on a wristwatch, well, that's open to debate. However, it's an attractive spectacle and an engineering feat which can't be understated. While highly complicated and skeletonized watches are often stunning, yet difficult to read, the complexity of the Hublot MP-13 is actually in service of legibility. It can take a bit of time to get used to, but reading retrograde hour and minutes displays becomes very intuitive after a while. The minute hand begins at 00 and travels across to 59, before snapping back instantly to the start. The hour hand does the same in the lower hours register between 1 and 12, albeit 12 times slower. More functionality is slotted in below the hours in the form of a power reserve indicator with a total of 4 days running time and a red marker when approaching the final 24 hours. The Hublot Calibre HUB 6200 is what powers the MP-13 Tourbillon bi-axis Retrograde. Arranged in a mesmerizing chaos of components from the dial side view, the exhibition caseback provides an organized contrast, with a near spiderweb design of bridges connecting the different wheels and parts. There's also a circular porthole through which to view the bi-axis tourbillon, so you're not missing out on the animation from the back. The watch is as big in dimensions as it is in personality, with a 44mm diameter and a 16.7mm height to accommodate the depth of the movement. That said, I'm guessing you're unlikely to be wearing this kind of watch beneath the cuff. The Hublot MP-13 Tourbillon bi-axis Retrograde is a limited edition of 50 pieces and at a price of 238,000 Australian dollars or 158,000 US dollars. So what do you think of this monolithic masterpiece from Hublot? I cannot argue with the complexity of this piece. This is a showstopper without doubt. If you're in a room of watches and you've got this one on your wrist, wow. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you haven't subscribed to Time+Tide or hit like, well, maybe think about doing so because it really helps. So for now, I'll see you on the flip side.